Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P-Funk. Thinking right in my living room, rearranged a little bit. I'm still doing what I do for you. Let's go. Rightism, 25 rules led by storytelling. Story with a message of the story for life. I give life lessons. All you gotta do is tune in and get them. I see you doing that, so I'm gonna keep on giving it to you. Let's go. Right thinkers' mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Knowing yourself a little bit better from the inside out. Try that. Right thinkers' way of life through mental and spiritual discipline daily. You got to do it every day. Will help and guide you to obtain your goal, to obtain spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. That's the question I asked you. I'm going to ask you again. You know you? Which one of these people are you? A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. Don't be them. A person who knows not but knows that they know not is simple. I can teach you. Tune in. That's why I do what I do for you. A person who knows not and believe that they know, dangerous. I avoid them. Trust me. A person who knows but knows not that they know is asleep. I can wake them up. This time of the morning, everybody pretty much asleep. But I'm the spiritual alarm clock. I wake you up with knowledge of self. Let's go. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons, they reside in you. Right thinkers. Know thyself. And to Maat, be true. Yeah, I threw up the sign. That was the pedestal. Or not the pedestal, excuse me. That is the scales, the balancing scales. And on that scale, you got 7 rings. 7 rings match the 7 chakras that they talk about in India, but the original was Maat's rings. Let's talk about that. Right thinkers, let's talk about chakras, aka scales of Maat, and the number 7. It's important. Let's go. Chakras are aka Kundalini, which means your inner power. Egyptians call it your serpent power. That's when Nephthys and Isis act as serpents and going up the spine to reach that level of enlightenment. Is done by you acting accordingly. Your deeds, your karma will activate your Kundalini, aka the chakras. Let's go. Chakras are triangle wheels in the body that move up the spinal cord, okay? And for all you Masons, that 33 degrees is 33 spinal bones in the spinal column, okay? 22 that's in the brain for the skull and bones. So all them secret stuff ain't secret. It's just symbolic, and it'll give you a little hidden information that goes with it. That's what I'm about to give you, all right? Your actions, aka, which is karma, will activate your Kundalini, aka serpent power. Okay? I'm going to give you the Egyptian version, and I'm going to give you some Indian version. But it's all the same thing because it have to be done with karma, which is action, which is what you control. Okay. You live right, you do right, you activate your inner serpent power. It's only done by that formula. You have to do, be, and act in order for it to work. It's from within. It knows. You have to rise your serpent power, aka your chakras, from the root chakra, from which the number 1 goes up to the 7th, which is the lotus flowers, the blossoming, when you fully are aware of who you are, aka spiritual enlightenment. Kundalini, aka serpent power, is based on the concept is there's a coiled serpent in your body wrapped 3.5 times, and the only way it can be activated is if you do the right thing. India calls it Kundalini. Egyptians called it serpent power. Again, I'm trying to break it down for you so you have understanding. Well, they saying this, they saying that. Okay, again, the names. You can say something different but mean the same thing. That's what Kundalini and the chakras and the serpent power pretty much is the same thing. We're telling you the same thing about the same thing, just different format or a different way. Like the way I teach my concepts, a little different. But the idea to get the point across, that's teaching. All right. we showed two serpents going up the staff, aka the caduceus. That's the same staff that the medical people use today. Okay, the winged serpent on top with the two serpents going up, that's Isis and Nephthys going up Osiris's back, called the caduceus. Moses got to stick with one serpent. Okay, they called it in the wilderness. Okay, same thing. You have to awaken the serpent power that's within you. Kundalini, as they call it. They know it, and the chakras, You have to raise your serpent power by what? Living Maat, aka, right? Same thing. The premise don't change. It's what you have to do to make what we tell you happen. The serpent is always female. Energy movement. Okay. In the ancient times, we didn't write it. We showed the female as serpents. And the serpent got a bad rap because he hit Adam and Eve to having knowledge. I'm giving you knowledge. That make me a serpent? Am I a bad guy by enlightening you? Think about that. So another lesson, but not right now. Serpent power is what's inside you that you can activate, and that's what called Kundalini. That's what the chakra is all about. At each level, there's a different program, a different process. The root chakra, you're here. Okay, you're aware. Pretty much you're just surviving. Second one is your pleasures. Male or female, your desires, what you want. Third is survival, fight or flight. Now, after the third ring in Masons, after the third degree, you're still not a master of yourself. Understand that concept. Why? Because with 3, you can survive, you can make it through. But Maat, the heart eater, he gonna eat everything from the third ring down. So if you fall in that lower nature, you're going to be eaten. You won't make it to the afterlife conceptually. So the 4th round of the chakra is the heart. Empathy, compassion. You have to have those things. That's how you activate your inner Kundalini. Rising with what? Empathy, compassion, and then you're speaking Makaru. It's truth from the heart. When you do that, something else is going to happen. The third eye gets activated and it opens. You start seeing the world for what it is. I've been seeing it for a while now. I'm trying to get you guys to do the same thing. But you have to put the work in. I keep telling you, work is what makes the chakras and the Kundalini operate. Next one. The staff is always a male figure representing the phallus. Okay? But anything straight up and down, that's male. Female. Okay, understand that's another lesson, but we ain't going there. But that's the concept. The ancients had a concept and a viewpoint for everything they did. All right, here you go. Here we go. The 7 rings. Okay, you see at the scale of Maya on the Judgment Day, it's 2 scales, heart on one side, feather Maya on the other. But you see rings on the other side. It's 7 of them, representing the wheels or the triangle spheres of the chakra. Okay. When you get past the 4th, you're on your way. If you at 3 and below, you are done. So raised from that beastly nature, the Sphinx represents that concept. It's the first one, and that's a long time ago. Over 10,000 years, they knew that man had to rise from his beastly nature to his intellect to become man, which is run the domain of nature. We are in control because we got brains. We got a mind to think, to comprehend, to become aware of who we are. Gods in human form. Spiritual beings having a human experience. Come on, people. Knowledge is the way. You know what I'm saying? I don't do a whole bunch of preaching. I do a lot of teaching. Sorry. Let's go. At Judgment Day, your heart is weighed against the feather of Maat. And what that means is everything that you've done in this life is held in your heart. It has a brain. It has memory. It knows. So the ancients telling you, this is what we're going to judge you by. So purify your heart. Speak the truth. Act right and your heart will be pure. So why? It'll be light as a feather. Heavy heart is full with anger, anxiety, jealousy, envy. All those 7 cardinal virtues, that's bad. Your heart has those. It weighs it down. Hence the scales. Okay. bad, good. You want to have balance. And if it's balanced out, if your heart is light in the feather, you have been a good individual in this life. That's what that means conceptually. And it can be done by people who live in right now. In the past, the concept is for everybody, not just one set of people. The scales have 7 rings, like I told you. You can live with any one of them, but you want to be past the 3rd ring. Why? Because if not, you will not make it into the afterlife. From 4 up, it's going to be a judgment. How good did you do? How well did you do? If you didn't reach the 7th, that's okay. But the goal is to reach the 7th. That's the ticket. Bam, I'm going to the afterlife. Why? I fulfill my obligations while here on earth. That's our spirit's goal, to be enlightened. Another lesson, sorry, but to get back. All right. If you become spiritually enlightened, that means you raise your beastly nature, your kundalini, your chakra levels up to where they need to be, where you are walking in an upright position. You're acting like you got some sense of a decent human being. That's all it means. If you're sneaky, deceitful, and conniving, the people who you're doing that to may not know, but your insides know. He knows your heart. Remember the concept? That's been a long time. It ain't just started, and it just come with religion. It's been there all the time. Spirituality is based on heart-mind coherence, knowing and understanding God for yourself. Not a whole bunch of preaching, okay? If you fail to reach at least the 3rd or 4th ring on the scales of Maat for not living Maat, you will pay the price. It's a consequence that comes with that. Okay, you reap what you sow. If all you reap through your life is bad, negative stuff, then at the end, that's what you're going to get. Heaven, hell, good, bad, same thing. Sorry about that. I'm trying to keep cool. All right. Not reaching your true potential, you will be reincarnated. That's what that's all about. This has been done for thousands of years. This is not new. I'm just trying to bring it to your attention. I'm going to calm myself down because it's information that I feel important that we should know, but a lot of us don't. That's why I do what I do for you. All right. 7 degrees of what I call Masonic knowledge. Mustache getting in my mouth, in my nose. As a Mason, Master Mason, Dean of Instruction, Worship Master, all the good stuff, nice Templar. I raised up through the ranks of Masonry. But the first 3 degrees, you think you're Master Mason, you brag and got your little ring, you know a few things. Come to find out you don't know nothing. You're still ignorant, you're still in the dark, still groping around, trying to find yourself. With them 4 other degrees, which is you see the jet pillar with Osiris, his spinal cord, you see the 4 notches. That's 4, 5, 6, or 7 levels of the chakra. That's becoming Maat. That's becoming spiritual enlightenment. You're reaching Nihas, meaning you've reached enlightenment. You know yourself. But sonically, let me give you a little Masonic education right quick. All right. I'm as a Master Mason. We say in Masonry, 30 degrees, you're a Master Mason. But we also play that little game. You're not really a Master Mason. Why? Because there's some more things you need to know. Just like in high school, you graduated high school diploma, but you need more education, so you got to go to college. Okay? Same thing, the same concept. Basics, everybody get. Advanced is open for those who want to do that. Again, what